Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my most requested video to date. My favorite blushes. It has taken me a hot minute to film this. It has taken me 4 days because you can only put so many blush swatches on your face, but I've done it. I have 8 favorites that I absolutely adore. Hopefully this is helpful for you guys, and if you want to see my top 8 favorite blushes, then just keep on watching. Starting off with one of my all-time favorite blushes. This is MAC Mocha. It is so beautiful. I've had it for a while now. A little bit more of a cool tone blush. You can see there's a little bit more of a mauve undertone in it. Super flattering on all skin tones though, because you can kind of vary with how much you want on. I like to start right at the side of my cheek, bringing it to the apple, just slowly building it up. I'm not going to go super heavy-handed. The amazing thing with MAC blushes are they're so easy to build up. They're not super intensely pigmented, and that's not a negative thing, that's a positive, because you can build it up to the opacity that you want. So that is MAC Mocha. Really beautiful, easy, perfect for every day, and obviously I built it up a little bit more bold, but you could just do a flush of color. Such a beautiful one. We have another MAC blush. This is MAC Melba. You can tell this one's a little bit more flesh tone with a peachy undertone. It is also another beautiful everyday color. I'm obsessed with MAC blushes. They're just one of my favorites. This one's gonna have a little bit of a brighter look just because it has a peach undertone. So it's gonna really brighten up the complexion, and especially if you have blue eyes, it's gonna really complement them. So this side is MAC Melba. This is MAC Mocha. Similar tones, but different undertones. You can tell, obviously, if you love this one, you're gonna probably love this one as well if you just want a little bit more pop of color to your cheeks. They're just so easy to do. Again, try and put blush a little bit everywhere on your face. It really brings the look together. So yes, obviously I keep it mostly on my cheeks, but I always put a little bit on my eye crease, my forehead, and a little bit over my nose. But I just wanted to show you them separately just so you could see the true color on my skin. We are on to the next 2 blushes that I absolutely love. I thought I would change up the formula and show you 2 of my favorite cream stick blushes. First one being Milk Makeup Werk. I've had this for I think a year now, and I swear by this blush. It is so beautiful, so versatile. The formula is beautiful on the skin. It just gives such a radiance. It makes your cheeks look bouncy. I don't know if that's a great term, but it brings such life to your cheeks, and it just looks so healthy and glowy, and the color is so beautiful for every day. It just melts into your skin and creates the most beautiful finish. I'm obsessed with that blush. I just think it's so beautiful. See how it like automatically just gives like such a healthy effect to my skin. Such radiance. If you want to fake that pregnancy glow, this is your blush. This next blush I think I wore every day last summer. It is so beautiful if you want a bright pop of pink, like a true pink. It is this Lancome stick blush in Rose Lala. I think the number is 208. Now this is a punch of pink. I'm not joking. It looks a little bit intimidating, but it has a little bit more of a waxy finish. So it just, I don't know, it really goes on beautifully. It wouldn't be as glowy as the Milk Makeup one, but it lasts super long, and the pigment isn't as intense or scary as it looks like in the packaging. So if I come up close, you can obviously see the difference a little bit more. This one has more of a glossy finish, a little bit more of a muted everyday pink tone to it, where this one has a little bit more of a brighter undertone pink. It definitely has a subtle glow, but not as like poppin' as that one. Like I wouldn't put highlighter on top of this if you want like a wet dewy look. This one's just subtle and perfect, especially if you have oily skin. You'll probably like the formula of this one because it's not super intense. Like I always say, put it everywhere, but you can definitely use this one on your lips as well because of the formula. This next blush isn't necessarily a drugstore blush. I was going through my entire collection and I don't seem to have a lot of drugstore blush options, so definitely let me know in the comments down below what drugstore blush that you are obsessed with that you think I will love. I'll definitely check it out. But this is like high street. It would be like a similar price to a drugstore option. It's from TopShop. I think I went through a couple months where like this was the only thing I was putting on my cheeks. It's in the shade Game Changer. It is incredibly pigmented. Like, it's a beautiful mauve pink shade, nothing new there, but it is super pigmented. It goes on beautifully. Definitely more of a powdery finish. It is a matte finish, so if you don't want any shine, shimmer, glow, this is definitely going to be right up your street. When I say matte, it's not like drying it, because obviously you can see my skin shine underneath, which is more of a combination skin type, so it doesn't like mattify it. It just, you know, it goes on really beautifully. I don't think I could do a favorite blushes video without including a Charlotte Tilbury one. They're amazing. Honestly, I have so many that I love, but I was trying to be really strict and include different brands, or else it probably would have been a lot of Charlotte Tilbury ones. So I just picked my favorite blush out of the Charlotte Tilbury collection that I have. This one is Sex on Fire. Beautiful everyday shade. This is one that if you're just getting into blush, like you weren't a fan of blush before, like myself, I know, crazy, I never wore blush, you just want to kind of dabble in it, this is definitely the shade for you, because it's muted, it's understated, but it's still going to give you a little flush, but it works beautifully with a bronzer. It's, oh, it is such a stunning shade. Like Charlotte Tilbury, I always like to sweep around the outer corner. It literally looks like a nipple. Put it all over my cheek and then pop it in the center, right on the apple of my cheek, for a little extra pop of color. I am obsessed with this shade. If you're a bronzaholic like myself and you love a good bronzy base, this blush is so complimentary with a bronzer. Beautiful for summer, beautiful all season. They're both obviously super beautiful, just a little bit different of an undertone in each one. NARS blushes, I think, were my very first favorite high-end blush. They're super pigmented. They last literally for ages. This is NARS Deep Throat. I know the name's a little bit intense, but it is beautiful. It has a really soft sheen to it. It is definitely more on the pinky, peachy shade, a beautiful color for summer. Like, I used to wear this all the time, nonstop in the summer. If you like NARS Orgasm, then you're naturally just gonna fall in love with this one as well. Such a beautiful shade, goes on beautifully, really amplifies that glow to your cheeks, that healthiness, such a bronzy summer vibe. The undertones in this are just unreal, absolutely beautiful, and one of my all-time favorites. You know what I mean? Like, that gold sheen that it gives off through like the peachy pinkness is just, such a beautiful shade. Now on to our final shade. Definitely not my last favorite blush ever. I love all of my blushes, but like I mentioned before, I had to be very strict with what I showed you, or else it would have been like my top 30 favorites. So this is Warm Soul by MAC. Pretty sure everyone owns it. It is literally the most versatile blush. It will go on any skin tone. It has the softest sheen as well to it, but it's not as you know, glowy as the NARS one. It's just more skin like satin finish. It is a beautiful shade every day for sure, every season. I love the tones in it. It is stunning. Definitely one of my all-time favorites. So I take back what I just said. It definitely does have a glow. I don't know if that's like my skin underneath the blush, but I've kept my base the exact same for all of the different blushes, just so that it was an accurate representation of each blush. But I guess it does have a little bit more glow than I remember. You can obviously see it's a little bit more of an orange brown undertone, where this one has more of like a peachy undertone, peachy pink, you know? But this one, beautiful. If you want a real bronzy look, like everything is bronzy, like no pop of pink, this is definitely the go-to. It has a little bit more of that like terracotta orange in it, but oh, so pretty. I love how it looks. I love blush, guys. I'm obsessed with it. This is definitely my most requested video, because you know my obsession with blush is real. I love it. I'm gonna put it all over my face. And literally coming from a girl who never wore it like 5 years ago, it just was not my thing, and now can't get enough. So hopefully you guys like this. Let me know what your favorite blush is, and a drugstore favorite. Would love to dabble in some drugstore blushes a little bit more. Have a wonderful day, and I'll chat to you guys soon. Bye.